All right, what is up, you guys? We are back with another MLB Moneyline slate. Today is Thursday, June 12th. Quick recap of yesterday. Had a massive day. Ended up going 11-4. Was a little bit nervous after the Blue Jays Cardinals game because after that I was sitting at 2-3. Then we went on a massive streak here. Won, what is that, six straight, and really won 7, 8, 9 of the last 10 games. So absolutely massive day for us. Ended up profiting 12.5 units. Would have been 14.5 units, but I placed a 2-unit bet on the finals that failed. So overall massive day on the money line bets. Today we've got a bit of a smaller slate as usual with Thursdays. We only have 8 games. Few of them are continuations of series from yesterday, but for the most part we are getting Actually, it's not the most part. But we are getting some new series started today. So let's go through these one by one. First of all, we have the Nationals and the Mets. This one was a very simple pick. While the Nationals are a fairly solid team, the Mets are the Mets. And at this point, the American League is the Mets for the taking. I don't see a world where they don't make the World Series again unless it's their own doing. Next up, we've got the Rangers and Twins. Yesterday, I took the Rangers to win. They kind of failed me. This might be a little bit of a rage bait, but I am going to take the Twins on this one just because I clicked the wrong button. I am going to take the Twins on this one just because I think that the Twins, when they get hot, they stay hot. And I think that they are going to stay hot. You can see here ESPN gives them a 62.4% chance to win. Their pitcher here, Bailey Ober, is 4-2 on the season, and he has more experience so far this year over Corbin. That and looking at the batting averages, if we look at these, the Twins overall are far superior to the Rangers on paper. So I'm going to take the Twins on them today. Next game we have the Giants and the Rockies. Not going to spend too much time on this. It's the Rockies. I'm always going to bet against the Rockies. If you do that, you're going to end up with a profitable season. Of course, you're not going to win them all, but if you constantly bet for the Rockies to lose, you'll end in plus money. Detroit, Baltimore. Yesterday, I picked the Orioles to win, and they won, but I think that the Bird Magic is going to run out, and I think the Tigers are going to remember who they are. If we look at their game, Tigers overwhelming favorites according to ESPN. They have almost a 68% chance to win, and they have Skubal coming out, and Skubal is phenomenal. I really want to see him win the Cy Young Award this year, so I'm thinking he's going to keep that up. I think he's going to show out, and he's going to keep the Orioles at bay, unlike yesterday. Next up, we have the Yankees and the Royals. You're going to have to give me a moment because I just closed the wrong tab. We have the Yankees and the Royals. Now, earlier when I said if you always bet against the Rockies, you'll end up with a positive season. If you always bet for the Yankees, you'll end up with a positive season. But you can maximize your potential here by occasionally betting against them. They have Will Warren out here to pitch against the Royals, Seth Lugo. Lugo's having a bit of a down year. He's not 3 for 5, he's 3 and 5. Whereas Warren is over 500, but if we look at their ERAs, Warren lets a lot of runs come in, whereas Lugo, not so much. So I think that the Royals will end up getting lucky today. I think that the Royals are going to surprise us and beat the Yankees at least once. Another thing to kind of help support that one, because I feel like this is a call that I really have to bolster. If we go over here to Betting Pros and look at the last 10, Yankees cannot sweep a series. They lost to Boston. That's one thing. But if we look in these two games against the Dodgers, they lost one, they won one. Cleveland, they didn't sweep. The Yankees are not great when it comes to sweeping series. And this being the third game of this series, I think Kansas City is going to pull it out and walk away without getting swept at home. Next, we have the Cardinals against the Brewers. This is one, I think I failed this one yesterday. And I think I can't remember what my pick was yesterday, but I do know I got this one wrong because this is when I started to get a little bit nervous. I picked the Cardinals to win today. ESPN picked them to win. They've got a 57% chance to win. If we look at the pitchers, the pitching is the main reason that I did this. Sonny Gray for the Cardinals is 7-1. He has an impressive ERA of 3.35, whereas I can't even pronounce this. Mizorowski, this is his first start. So he's got to prove himself, and I'm not going to put money on him proving himself until he does so. Only time I would do that is for my Guardians. Next up, we have Pittsburgh and Chicago. I think Chicago is going to end up winning this one. Main reason I think that is because Pittsburgh is Pittsburgh. If we look at the pitching here, Heaney is 3-4. Talon is 6-3. They have similar ERAs. Heaney has a higher WHIP. And overall, they're fairly similar, so I think it's going to come down to who's got the better bats. And overall, the Cubs far and away have the better bats. So I took them to win. And then in our nightcap, we've got the White Sox and the Astros. Once again, not going to spend a whole lot of time on this because it's the White Sox. Astros have a 71% chance to win this. Davis Martin, the White Sox pitcher, is 2-6 on the season, whereas Framber Valdez is 6-4. If we look at batting, home run leader is far and away superior for the Astros. Batting average, inverse, that's pretty cool. Pina is far superior on the batting average. And RBIs, once again, Paredes knocking it out of the park. And actually, if we look, so if Vargas has a 2.33 batting average, I just want to see really quickly where he would fit in on the Astros. Stats. Okay, so if he has a 2.33, he would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He would be right around the 11th best batter on the Astros, which is not even starter material. So I think the Astros going to walk away with the dub here. So once again, here's the picks that I've got for today. What I didn't mention yesterday is I always do a full unit straight, and then I do a half unit 2-leg round robin. So I've got one bet on each of these to win, but also Mets Twins parlay, Mets Giants, Mets Tigers, Mets Royals, Mets Cardinals, Mets Cubs, Mets Astros. And same thing, every single possible combination of two I've got. So if you want to tail me, you can add me on Pikkit. I'll post my link down below so you can add me there. And as always, remember to play it safe. Remember to have fun. Don't chase your losses. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.